Hello there, and welcome to Baby Bramble, where we talk about babies and all the stuff we buy to go with them. I'm your baby gear expert, Julie, and today we are going to be answering the question, when do I buy a new car seat? Welcome back to Baby Bramble. Today we're talking about when do you upgrade car seats, when do you move to the next size up, when you just switch seats, what are reasons for car seats, etc. So I was traveling for the holidays and decided to buy a new car seat, and a fellow parent friend of mine was about to ask why I bought a new seat when baby things happened, and we both promptly forgot why we were there. Danielle, dear friend, this video is happening because of you. So just to warn everyone, car seats are considered safety equipment for a modern, fast-moving vehicle. So they're designed to keep the baby safe. So some of the reasons for changing up a car seat are sad and or frustrating. So trigger warning there, I'm saving the biggest part for the end, and I will try to have appropriate notes and times for when things are triggery and when things are not so triggery. But get in the comments if you're like, could you just make a triggerless one and I'll make a new one. So officially trigger warning if you do not do good listening to the possibility of a kid being hurt, because car seats. Simple answer for why and when to get a new car seat is when your kid outgrows the old one, or the kid can now fit into the new one, which you like better for X reasons, or you need to replace the car seat for X reasons. That'll be at the end. So let's start with outgrowing a car seat, because I see a lot of kids that are way too big for their infant car seats out and about all the time, and it seems like it's information that people might want to know. Step one is read the stickers on the side of the seat. All car seats have stickers on the side of the seat that say what their max weight and their max height is. Typically for infant car seats, also known as the bucket seat because they have that nice bucket handle, the heights and weights are 30 inches or 30 pounds, whichever they hit first. It doesn't mean, 30 pounds, I'm just going to keep my kid in here till they're 30 pounds. 30 pounds is maybe a 3-year-old. 30 inches is a 1-year-old. If you are lucky, your kid will be in an infant seat for a full year. More likely, they'll be in an infant seat, if you choose to use an infant seat at all, for 6 to 8 months before they are too long for it. And this is also assuming that your seat isn't expired. Most seats have an expiration date of about 7 years. So if you're reusing a seat, or are using a seat someone gifted you, or a seat for a second child, gotta work within the 7-year time span. Car seats, like bike helmets, they just kind of assume that there's been enough micro shaking, moving around, backing forward, that they can't promise the seat is as effective in protecting your child as it was previously. Expiration dates. So the typical scenario in the shop was you had an infant car seat. They came in, they have a newborn, they buy an infant car seat. That infant car seat, they keep the infant in there as long as they possibly can. The kid hits 9 months or so, they reach the height limit, and then the parents come back in, they go, my kid's outgrowing the infant seat, they move into a convertible car seat. It's called convertible because it can convert from rear facing to forward facing. I already made a video on that, watch that video. And then after that is the booster seat, which they can fit into around 4. There are also some height and weight restrictions, mostly height. Booster seats are designed to boost the kid up just enough so that they fit a car seat belt. Hence, boost. Just get me up to the right height for the seatbelt. There will be deep dive videos on infant car seats, convertible car seats, and booster car seats all on this channel. Get in the comments to tell me which one you'd like me to make first. I will also point out that some people have timed when they have children to the use of these car seats, so that when one kid outgrows the infant car seat, the new kid can move into the infant car seat, and then when the kid outgrows the convertible car seat to the booster, the kid can move from the infant car seat into the convertible car seat. So then that way, they only ever have to buy one infant seat, one convertible seat, and one booster. All right, so when I say infant seats 30 inches long, what you're looking for the infant seat and for convertible car seats really is where the head is, because we want to protect the head first and foremost. We don't care so much if your kid has long legs, we care where the head is. So if their butt is in the deepest part of the seat where it's supposed to be, where's the head? Because you want the head to be within an inch of the top of the seat. Let me grab one of my seats to show you. Infant car seat. Top of the seat, 1 inch from the top of this seat. So when the head is there. Got it? Top of the head. As you can see, here's my kid, and here is his head with the top of the seat. Within 1 inch of the top, and as you can see, he's got maybe 2 inches. So when he gets an inch taller, he will officially be too big for this seat. And you can see his little feetsies are already sticking out a little bit, but that's okay, because we want to protect his little head. Hi, little head. Say hi. You don't have to say hi, it's fine. I love you. Now here is my kid in the convertible car seat. Fun bonus note, you want straps that are just at or just behind the shoulders. You don't want them up above the shoulders. Because if they're up and above, then the kid can lift up into the strap. So you want the strap to be right at the shoulder or just below. Oh, you didn't want to be put in a second car seat, did you? Well, this, I don't really need to buckle you in for this, because we can see he's got a few inches left on this one. Okay, you don't have to be buckled into this one. You're all good. Thank you. Okay. I love you. Lots of room on this seat. At the rate he's growing, a few more months. Hopefully, a few more years in this seat. I will point out that some convertible car seats are designed for newborns as well. So maybe if you don't have a car or don't plan on driving a lot, or perhaps you don't see the kid as often, maybe you're a grandparent, or maybe you're a nanny that sees multiple kids at different ages, and you just want to get one seat and have that one seat set. Maybe you just have a convertible seat and you take an infant insert out or put an infant insert in. So many of these convertible car seats can be very different sizes. Some market themselves to be, look, you can fit 3 of these across. You have a whole bunch of kids, or a bunch of kids that are close in age. Or they advertise themselves as being very tall. But as you can imagine, for seats that are designed to fit a kid between 6 months and 4 years, many of those seats come in very different sizes, and many kids come in very different sizes between 6 months and 4 years of age. So it is possible, like if you have a narrow seat, like a Diono or a Kleck, that your kid can outgrow it width-wise before they outgrow it height-wise. So maybe your kid has broad shoulders or a big booty. If your kid is outgrowing the convertible seat before the 4 years, maybe you bought a seat that was a little smaller because it fit better in your car, or maybe it was gifted to you, or maybe it was a travel seat, etc., and you need a bigger seat, but they're not quite ready for a booster. There are hybrid seats, some of them known as boosters with backs, that you can put them in. Do note that not all boosters with backs have a back that's actually removable. So if you're hoping to buy a seat and have it convert into a booster later, maybe you could take off the back and it would be small and easy to travel with. Not all of the backs come off on all of those seats. So if that's something you want, just make sure you confirm that the seat you get does that. Yes, there's a lot of information about car seats. Get in the comments for whichever one you want me to talk about first. Other reasons you might get a new car seat. You hate your current car seat. That happens. Maybe it's hard to use. Maybe it's hard to install. Maybe it's smelly. Maybe your kid hates the car seat. That happens too. Maybe they fit weird in it. Maybe they've had it for a few years and they've worn the padding down and it's not comfortable anymore. That's a reason. You could be like me, where you're traveling and you don't want to send your nice infant car seat through checked luggage. So you decide, well, I'll get a travel car seat, I guess, and while I'm getting a new seat, might as well get a bigger one. Or you got in an accident and while you're replacing the seat, you might as well get a bigger one. All the trigger warnings. Which leads us to the final and less fun part of the video as to why someone might replace a seat, and that is if you get in a car accident. Now, I will also throw in a note that the reason why we care so much about where the kid's head is versus where the kid's feet are is, as one of the car seat reps said, we can fix the feet easier than we can fix the head. So the feet sticking out of the bottom is not as much as a concern as the head being nicely cocooned in the car seat. So like bike helmets, car seats are designed to absorb the impact of an accident to protect what is inside the shell. So the shell breaks instead of what is inside the shell. The car seat is safety equipment designed to absorb the energy of the impact instead of the user. Doesn't matter if it's a cheap seat or a real expensive seat, we're talking styrofoam and crumple zones and steel frames and side impact protection. Car seats are completely covered in marketing for how great they are at protecting your child. But if you've been in an accident, and it really doesn't matter if it's a fender bender or something bigger than that, if the seat's involved, that counts as your helmet's been cracked, you get a new helmet. And to throw in a little bit of morbid, since we are talking about safety equipment, we tell people at the shop the fancier, more expensive car seats are that way because sometimes they advertise comfort, sometimes they advertise convenience, sometimes they don't really advertise convenience, it's more about tech, but usually they're advertising for they can protect your child in a crazier accident. Why would you need a steel frame car seat over a styrofoam and plastic car seat? Because a steel frame is gonna withstand a crazier accident. And if you think this is sort of fear-mongery, accident insurance sounding, you'd be right. It very much sounds like, hey, if you loved your child, you'd spend more money on it, which is kind of what they're going for, which is sad and it makes me very angry. Everyone demand better public transportation so we don't have to deal with car seats and car shopping, please. Get in the comments if you want my rant on that. So Danielle, that's why I bought a bigger car seat, because Liam was outgrowing his first one, and I figured while I'm getting a travel seat, I'll just get a bigger one. So in summary, you get a new car seat when your car seat's expired. Your child's head is within 1 inch of the top of the seat. Your kid is too wide for the current seat. Your kid hates their current seat. You hate your current seat. You or someone has a smaller kid that needs the smaller seat more. You need a replacement seat because the previous seat has gotten in an accident. You just want the bigger one. You know, the bigger one's more convenient, and then you get to look at your kid and go, hey, look, you are a big kid now. You get a big kid seat, and they get to sit in the big seat. Thank you so much for watching Baby Bramble. We'll see you next week.
Hey there, thanks for watching that video. We have a lot more video ideas, so let us know in the comments if there's any you want us to do first. Thank you so much to my wonderful husband for doing most all of the editing. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.